'Cause God only knows how I love that tree on the way to town. When I was just a little bitty girl standing about 2 feet tall.
This is Doug Johnson with Old Men Stories, and I'm sitting here with Pat Boilesen, and we're going to talk about a song that you wrote,
Yes.
A Tree on the Way to Town.
Yes, it is about a tree that grew on the way to town, and it is just a song that tells a story of. It just happened that that tree, which was a big old cottonwood, grew at the bottom of a hill, and I knew that that tree was about halfway to town. And so when I would ride my bicycle to school, I was always glad to reach that point. Except going, I had to go uphill. And but coming home from school, as soon as I could see the top of that old tree, I knew I was going to coast all the way back home. And it just became a very, very special part of my memory. And one day I decided I'm going to write about the cottonwood tree that grew at the bottom of the hill on the way to town. And that's what the song is.
Okay, and when did you write this song?
This song was written probably in the mid to late 1980s.
And long after you didn't have to ride the bicycle anymore?
Right. I had left home 20 years before then, and so that song just, you know how it is. Sometimes they say absence makes the heart grow fonder.
Yes.
And I found that to be very true.
And this song, when you told me the title of it, it brought back memories of a tree. Does that happen a lot?
Yes, that happens very frequently. After I perform the song, someone from the audience will come up and say, "I love that song about the tree because I had a tree that I absolutely loved, you know." And when I wrote the song, I didn't realize how many people love trees.
Yes.
But
and where in the United States was this tree?
this was I grew up in what we call the North Loop River Valley in Howard County, Nebraska. And this was the tree grew right along Highway 11.
Okay.
And the highway still exists, but unfortunately the tree is gone.
Yes, a lot of the trees have gone because of the widening of highways.
Yes.
And do you, in this song I haven't heard yet, and I'm looking forward to hearing it, do you perform this song quite a bit?
Yes.
And
This was a song that question is interesting because I think all of us who are songwriters have our favorites, and we have the ones that we think we have done the best job on. This is one that I like to call a sleeper. I wrote the song when I was working in schools. I did it for students, young elementary students, because I knew they would like it. But I never really did it too much on adult stages, you might say. And so I call it a sleeper because when I finally started using it, it was one I should have been using for ever since I wrote it.
Okay, tell me the name of it again, and then we'll all look forward to hearing it.
Okay.
And the name of it is?
It's The Tree on the Way to Town.
Okay.
'Cause God only knows how I love that tree, the tree on the way to town. God only knows how I love